Pharaoh was buried without a heart, the desert wind held a mournful dirge, a fitting soundtrack for the unraveling of tradition in the year 2300 BC. Pharaoh Amenemhat IV, ruler of the burgeoning Old Kingdom, was dead. His reign, though short, had been marked by prosperity and relative peace. Now, the sacred rituals of mummification, a process believed to ensure safe passage to the afterlife, were underway within the shadowed chambers of his pyramid. But as the high priest, Imhotep, a man known for his meticulous dedication to the gods and unwavering adherence to ancient customs, oversaw the removal of the pharaoh's organs, a horrifying discovery was made. The canopic jars stood ready to receive the liver, lungs, and intestines. But the space reserved for the heart, the very seat of the soul, remained chillingly empty. Panic, a rare and unwelcome guest, filled the chamber. The heart, weighed against the feather of mad, was essential for judgment in the afterlife. Without it, Amenemhat's soul was doomed to wander the desolate wastes of eternity. How could such a fundamental element of the ritual be missing? And more disturbingly, who would dare commit such an egregious act of sacrilege against a god king? Imhotep, his face a mask of controlled terror, immediately sealed off the chamber. The few priests and embalmers present were sworn to absolute secrecy, their lives forfeit should the truth leak out. An investigation, swift and brutal, was launched. Suspicion fell first on the embalmers themselves, a motley crew of skilled artisans and lowly laborers. Each was interrogated, their every gesture scrutinized, their alibis dissected. The lead embalmer, a wizened man named Seti, claimed under oath that he had followed protocol precisely. He swore he had carefully removed the heart, cleansed it with sacred oils, and prepared it for its journey. But his eyes darted nervously as he spoke, and his hands trembled despite his efforts to remain composed. Could Seti, a man with a lifetime of dedicated service, be capable of such a heinous act, or was he merely a scapegoat in a much larger conspiracy, a pawn in a game played by forces far beyond his comprehension? The question hung heavy in the air, unanswered and unsettling. The investigation took a dramatic turn when a junior priest, barely more than a boy, came forward with a whispered confession. He claimed to have witnessed Imhotep himself removing something from the pharaoh's chest cavity after the initial embalming. He couldn't be sure what it was, but it was wrapped in linen and carefully concealed. The boy's testimony, though delivered with trembling voice and wide-eyed fear, sent shockwaves through the priestly ranks. Imhotep, the paragon of piety, the keeper of sacred traditions, a suspect. The implications were staggering. Why would Imhotep, a man seemingly devoted to the gods and the pharaoh, deliberately sabotage the king's passage to the afterlife? Could it be that beneath his pious facade lurked a hidden ambition, a desire for power so consuming that it drove him to commit the ultimate sacrilege? Or was this merely a desperate attempt to deflect blame, a carefully orchestrated smear campaign designed to protect someone else, someone even more powerful? The accusations against Imhotep led to a frantic search of his personal chambers. Amongst his scrolls and ritual implements, investigators discovered a hidden compartment containing a single, exquisitely crafted amulet. It was the amulet of Ammit, the devourer of souls, the monstrous goddess with the head of a crocodile, the body of a lion, and the hindquarters of a hippopotamus. Ammit was the dreaded guardian who stood beside the scales of judgment, ready to consume the hearts of those deemed unworthy. The presence of this amulet in Imhotep's possession was damning evidence. It suggested a morbid fascination with death and destruction, a dark side to his seemingly righteous character. But even with this apparent breakthrough, a nagging doubt remained. Why would Imhotep, a man of such intellect and cunning, keep such an incriminating object in his own quarters? Was he truly guilty, or was he being framed, set up to take the fall for someone else's crime? The stakes were higher than ever, and the truth seemed to slip further away with each passing moment.